Have you ever spent months meticulously planning a big event, pouring your heart and soul into every detail? Perhaps it was your wedding, a day you dreamed of since you were young. Or maybe it was a major project at work, one that could define your career. Or even final exams, the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. Only to find yourself getting sick the moment it's all over? You power through the stress, fueled by adrenaline and sheer willpower, feeling surprisingly fine. But as soon as you finally allow yourself to relax, to breathe and unwind, you're suddenly hit with a nasty cold or flu. It's a frustrating pattern that many of us know all too well. The exhausted student who crashes hard after finals week, the dedicated employee who gets sick the day after receiving a big promotion, or the newlywed couple who ends up spending their long-awaited honeymoon stuck in bed battling a fever. So why does this happen? What's the explanation behind this seemingly cruel twist of fate? Well, it's definitely not just bad luck or mere coincidence. The truth is, our bodies are incredibly complex and are naturally wired to prioritize survival and optimal performance during periods of intense stress. But when the pressure finally lifts and the event is over, the very systems that were working overtime to keep us going, to keep us sharp and focused, finally stand down and begin to relax. And that's precisely when opportunistic germs, which may have been quietly lurking in the background all along, seize their chance to strike. So this isn't just a random occurrence, it's actually a fascinating, albeit inconvenient aspect of the intricate workings of human biology. The connection between stress levels, our mental state, and the strength and resilience of our immune systems is a very real and powerful one. And understanding this crucial link is the very first step. It's the first step towards navigating life's biggest and most important moments without succumbing to the dreaded post-event crash. During periods of high alert and intense pressure, our bodies essentially borrow energy from other systems and temporarily suppress normal bodily functions. And when the big event finally comes to an end, that bill for all that borrowed energy and suppressed function inevitably comes due. The unfortunate result? We often find ourselves getting sick at the very moment we should be celebrating our hard-earned success. But there's a very specific reason for this phenomenon, and it's deeply rooted in the way our bodies are designed to handle stress and, more importantly, to recover from it. So let's delve deeper and explore exactly why your body seems to wait until you finally relax to allow yourself to get sick. We often think of stress as negative, associating it with pressure, anxiety, and overwhelming situations. But the truth is, even happy events, the ones we eagerly anticipate, weddings with all their joy and planning, vacations, those relaxing getaways we dream of, celebrations big or small, are surprisingly stressful for the body. They place demands on our system. Scientists call this eustress, a term you might not be familiar with. A positive form of stress that still triggers the same physiological responses as distress. It's a fascinating paradox. Your heart races with excitement, adrenaline surges through your veins, and your body prepares for action, gearing up for whatever lies ahead, whether you're facing a deadline at work or walking down the aisle on your wedding day. The body, in its remarkable complexity, doesn't distinguish between good and bad stress. Both activate the same survival mechanisms, those deeply ingrained responses. This response sharpens your focus, heightens your senses, and boosts your energy levels, helping you perform at your absolute best in that particular moment. But it comes at a cost, a hidden price we often overlook. Your body simply can't sustain this high alert state forever. It's not designed to. Even planning a vacation, exciting as it is, filled with anticipation, demands energy and resources, pulling from your reserves. While you're celebrating with friends and family caught up in the moment, your body is working overtime behind the scenes, diligently managing all the physiological processes. Once the excitement fades and the music stops, your body has to recover from the effort to replenish its depleted resources. The very tools that help you shine in big moments, enabling you to achieve great things, can inadvertently set you up for a crash afterward, leaving you feeling drained. Any major life event, whether it's positive and joyous or negative and challenging, is a significant event for your body, demanding a response and adaptation. Your body rises to the occasion, adapting and meeting the demands placed upon it. But the heightened state is temporary, a short-term boost to get you through. When the curtain falls and the event concludes, it's time to pay the biological bill, to address the accumulated cost of that heightened state. That's why the letdown effect is so common, that feeling of emptiness or sadness after life's biggest moments, after the wedding, the graduation, or any major celebration. The key is understanding how to support your body, to nurture it and provide what it needs, through both the exhilarating highs and the necessary recovery periods that follow. Your immune system is your body's security force, always on patrol to protect you from germs. It has multiple layers: physical barriers like skin, rapid response cells, and specialized defenders like T cells and B cells. The innate immune system launches quick general attacks, while the adaptive system targets specific invaders and remembers them for the future. For this defense network to work, it needs rest, nutrients, and good communication. When you're balanced, your immune system quietly keeps you healthy. But stress disrupts this balance. It diverts resources away from defense and can muddle communication between immune cells. The result? Your body's ability to fight off germs is compromised. Most of the time, you don't notice this until the stress ends. That's when the cracks in your defenses become obvious. Stress doesn't just affect your mind, it directly impacts your body's ability to stay well. When you face stress, good or bad, your brain triggers an alarm. The hypothalamus signals your body to release adrenaline and cortisol, launching the fight-or-flight response. Adrenaline gives you a burst of energy, sharpens your senses, and diverts resources to your muscles and brain. Cortisol keeps you fueled and focused, releasing sugar into your bloodstream for quick energy. But cortisol also suppresses parts of your immune system, telling it to stand down temporarily. This lets you push through fatigue and discomfort, but it's only a short-term fix. While you're in emergency mode, your body borrows energy and puts off maintenance. You feel invincible, but your defenses are lowered. Once the stress passes, your body has to repay the debt. The immune system, no longer suppressed, springs back into action. That's when you start to feel sick. The crash isn't random. It's your body finally catching up. This phenomenon is often referred to as the letdown effect. It's a common experience, and understanding it can help you better manage your health. It's that frustrating feeling of getting sick right after a period of intense stress ends. You push through, only to be sidelined by illness the moment you relax. During stressful periods, your body is in a state of high alert. High levels of cortisol, the primary stress hormone, keep your immune system relatively quiet, almost like it's being suppressed. This allows minor infections, those everyday encounters with germs, to slip by unnoticed and potentially multiply. Your body is too busy handling the demands of the big event, prioritizing survival and performance. It simply doesn't have the resources to fully fight off every germ that comes its way. But when the event finally ends and you begin to relax, cortisol levels start to drop. This drop signals your immune system to wake up and get back to work. Suddenly, it finds all those pathogens that have been quietly multiplying in the background, taking advantage of the suppressed immune response. Now fully activated, your immune system launches a counterattack against these invaders, and that's when the symptoms begin to appear. The fever, the sore throat, the overwhelming fatigue. These symptoms aren't necessarily from a brand new infection you just picked up. Instead, they are a result of your immune system finally fighting back against a pre-existing underlying issue. The fatigue you feel is your body demanding the rest it needs to repair and recover. It's essential for cellular repair and overall regeneration. So in a way, getting sick after a stressful period is your body's way of finally taking care of itself. It's making up for a time when you were likely putting other needs and responsibilities first. It's essentially a delayed reaction, a consequence of the body's prioritization during stress. So try to see it not as bad timing, but rather as the letdown effect is your body's way of rebalancing and restoring equilibrium. It's the inevitable consequence of pushing through stress. Understanding this process helps you see post-event illness in a new light. It's a sign of recovery and a necessary part of the process, not just a stroke of bad luck. Therefore, the key is to proactively support your body before, during, and especially after big events. That way, you can minimize the severity of the crash and bounce back more quickly. Let's see this in real life. Maria, a wedding planner, spends months in high-stress mode, running on adrenaline and little sleep. The day after the wedding, she finally relaxes and wakes up sick. Her body delayed the immune response until the stress was over. Ben, a student, powers through finals with junk food and all-nighters. He finishes his last exam, plans to celebrate, but instead comes down with a fever. Like Maria, Ben's body put off fighting germs until the pressure lifted. The letdown effect isn't a new illness, it's the immune system finally doing its job. Both Maria and Ben experienced the crash because their bodies prioritized immediate survival over maintenance. The symptoms are a sign of recovery, not failure. This pattern is common in anyone who pushes through stress and then suddenly stops. The lesson? Your body needs time to recover after big events. Plan for rest, not just celebration. Recognize the signs and give yourself permission to heal. That's how you bounce back stronger. The science behind the letdown effect centers on how stress hormones affect your immune system. Cortisol, the main stress hormone, suppresses inflammation and keeps your immune system in check. Chronic stress can weaken your adaptive immune system, making you less able to fight specific infections. At the same time, it can keep your innate immune system on low-grade alert, causing background inflammation. When stress ends and cortisol drops, the brakes come off. Your immune system rebounds, releasing inflammatory molecules called cytokines. This sudden surge causes classic sickness symptoms: fever, aches, and fatigue. It's a biological trade-off. Your body borrows from future health to get through the present. The post-event sickness is your body repaying that debt. It's unpleasant, but it's also a sign your body is rebalancing and repairing. Understanding this process helps you manage your health during life's ups and downs. You don't have to accept getting sick after every big event. Support your body before, during, and after stressful periods. Prioritize sleep. Your immune system repairs itself while you rest. Eat nutrient-dense foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Stay hydrated to help your body flush out toxins. Manage stress with mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing. Take short breaks, even during busy times, to reset your system. Don't schedule a packed week after a major event. Plan for real recovery. Allow yourself to rest, eat well, and engage in gentle activities. Think of it as a soft landing, not a crash. By supporting your body through the whole cycle, you can enjoy the moment and avoid the letdown. Invest in your health as much as your goals. That way you'll remember the joy, not just the aftermath. Proactive care makes all the difference. Life's biggest moments are meant to be enjoyed, not just survived. The goal isn't to avoid stress, but to navigate it wisely. Understanding the letdown effect gives you power over your health. Be as kind to your body as you are ambitious with your plans. Build self-care into your preparations. Rest, eat well, and take breaks. Invest in your well-being so you can fully enjoy your achievements. With simple strategies, you can change the story. Celebrate your wins and feel great afterward. Find a rhythm between striving and resting. Taking care of yourself is part of reaching your goals. Embrace life's adventures, knowing your body is your partner. Nurture it, and you'll stand at the peak of your achievements feeling healthy and strong. You really can have your cake and enjoy it too.